Let's bring in senior Washington correspondent Dan Raviv. Dan, we just heard some of the president's comments, not mincing words at all today, saying the Taliban talks are dead. Talk more about why, and if the talks are dead, then what next?
Well, by his reasoning, the Taliban made a really big mistake, thinking that that attack that killed 12 people in Kabul would somehow strengthen their hand in negotiations. The president was practically saying, you can't do that with me. I'm a tougher negotiator. And he said it's not going to work. And therefore, he insisted the negotiations are dead. There are some rumblings we sort of get from White House and State Department officials that the contacts may well continue. The talks could continue where they've been in the Arabian Gulf country of Qatar. But we don't know that. The president says they're over. He's obviously angry. At the same time, he wants to end the war in Afghanistan. He says what the American troops have been doing has become a policing mission. And so he wants to cut troop strength, but he's not giving any specific number right now. Does he want to negotiate with the Muslim extremists of the Taliban? Well, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo favors the talks, but it's reliably reported that the National Security Advisor John Bolton does not. Eric?
Dan, the White House took some heat for inviting Taliban leaders to Camp David to begin with, especially right before this week's 9/11 commemorations. Did he respond to the criticism?
Well, you heard part of what the president said. He said that he's met all kinds of people, good people and bad people. Perhaps the dictator of North Korea comes to mind. Trump also remarked that a lot of bad people over the years have been brought up to Camp David for meetings. Maybe he meant Yasser Arafat when Arafat was negotiating with the Israelis. He said the alternative would be the White House, and you would not be happy with that either. In general, the president said meetings are a good thing. He said otherwise wars would never end. But no, he had no specific response to the timing being close to the 18th anniversary of 9/11. But there are those who would argue that September is as good a month as any for trying to end America's longest war. Eric?
All right, senior Washington correspondent Dan Raviv. Dan, thank you.